And smiles, everyone. Colleen here. So today I'm going to show you how to upcycle or repurpose all those Christmas bags that you get at Christmas time. Of course, you can save them to use to for other gifts, which I do a lot of, but you tend to end up with quite a few of these, and they're all so beautiful, I find. And sometimes, like this one here, someone stuck a tag on it, so you're not going to be able to reuse it with giving out another gift. And it has this beautiful image on it. So that's what we're going to do today. So I'm just going to remove all of the strings here on these and prep them a little bit, get them ready. So with these, I keep them all because you can always use them in another project. So I'm going to take all of those off. And then like this one here is gorgeous. I think I might use it as an image and show you what I'll do with it. So I'm going to just go through these bags and get them prepped. This one I already have cut up. This is a bag, and again, it was an older bag and had a couple of things on it that you wouldn't want to use it to give somebody a gift, but there's so many things you can do with these. So I'm going to just get some of these cut up, and you can even use the sides, as you can see on these ones. And then someone had written the name on here, so that won't be usable, but this side will certainly be usable. So I'm going to just go get that done, and then we'll get into what we can make with these. So I'll just be 1 second for you guys, and I shall be back. Okay, so I got them all cut out. So cut down, cut out. So I'm going to show you a few things that you can do with these. Like I said, this one had this tag on here from before. It's just not going to work to use it like a bag, right? So this one, the rabbits are just so cute that all I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put it in a frame so it becomes a picture, right? And they're just because they are so cute. So I'm just going to set that there. Turn it over so I get where I want to cut that bottom off. And I'll just put a little mark there. And that's where I'm going to cut at the bottom. There. So this is one of the most simple ways to use these. Okay, and then we're going to cut off, I think bring that up here to 4.5. Maybe you'll go a little further. Just going to cut to where that is, and hopefully that's going to fit into this frame just fine. All right, and then all I'm going to do is put this lovely image in here. Oh, I almost cut too much off. That will be fine. Oh, I got to put the glass in first. Goodness gracious. That's part of the problem. So put the glass in, then we'll put our little image in. I'm just going to double check that it's sitting properly. Yep, that's good. Oh, and then I touched it a little, or snapped it a little bit. There we go. there we go. We got a beautiful Christmas image. Oh, that's gonna look so nice. Except for I think I put it, yeah, I put it the wrong way. I just have to turn this. So that it sits a little more properly. I hope you're all having a great day and getting closer and closer to be ready for your Christmas this year. Getting all your projects done if you're working on projects. There we go. So there we are. That's the first thing you can do with these Christmas bags that you can't reuse, so you can repurpose and recycle them. And also sometimes you just have so many that you don't need them all. So the next thing I wanted to show you is this one here. Whoop. As I drop everything, we have here is this one here with this really pretty gingerbread. And what I want to do with this one is I'm going to make it a picture to put on my wall. I have this wooden canvas, so I'm going to put that right on top of here. Now you can do them so then you can just cut out this image and use just this image. This one in particular, I think I could wrap around so that I have the sides because they're so cute, right? Very cute. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to show you a trick that is great when you go to Mod Podge something on that has thicker, it's thick, the paper's quite thick. Of course, these are going to be thicker for Mod Podging. So I'll show you what I do to take off a layer on the back of here. The other thing is, I had this wooden frame, but I think this would be a great thing to do depending on your image. This one's rather large, so it'll work for this. But if you had a smaller image that you loved, those wooden circles, you can get those wooden circles from Dollar Tree, Dollaramas, places like that. You can get the wooden circles. You can even get the ones that still have the bark on the side. And those, I think, would be beautiful to use some of these images from your Christmas bags on. But this is what I had, so this is what I'm going to use for this. So the trick to thinning down the paper is you take some packing tape and just stick it on like that. Oh, that one I didn't put on so great, but that's okay. Got a bit of a wrinkle. It should still work. There we go. And then all you do is pull off your tape. That didn't work very well. It's probably because I didn't get it down. But when you pull off your tape, generally, you will get a layer of your... There we go. See how that paper's coming off? Just like that. And as you can see, it takes that back layer off, and now it is thin, thin, thin. So it'll be perfect for decoupaging, Mod Podging. I'm going to use Mod Podge on this. And then I lost the end of my tape here, which I need to find because I have another thing to show you to use your packing tape with it. So, well, this is silly. I'm going to pause here. I'll be right back. Okay, I got that found, and now hopefully I'm not going to lose it anymore. I cannot remember where I read it or where I seen it, but it was a tip to take a bread bag clip here, put it on the end, and then you're sure to never lose it again. So I went and grabbed one, and that's what I did. So now I should not lose this anymore at the end, because they're always hard to find. Okay, so I had also just finished using it on this, and just look how thin that paper is now. Easy peasy thing to do. And then I'm going to use Mod Podge. I imagine you could use matte medium, all depends. I wish I had some glossy Mod Podge, but I don't. I have the matte, because I think being Christmas, this would have been really nice to do with a glossy Mod Podge, but it's still going to be very nice. So then the other recommendation when you're doing something like this, use a larger brush, if so that you don't get a lot of streaking, or simply use a sponge. Lots of times I just use a makeup sponge and it works great. So I'll do that, and I will show you at the end what it all looks like. I won't do it on camera, because it's just a matter of putting the Mod Podge on this one. If I was just going to use the image, I would paint my sides first, and perhaps add some glitter, some white snow. That snowy glitter is probably what I would do in that case, before I put my image on. And then I would just bring the paint over the sides after I get the image on, and bleed it into the picture is the best way to say it. And then it will just all be cohesive, and it will look like that. It was not meant to be that way, or it was meant to be that way, that the paint was to bleed over so that it looks all like it's all one smooth image. I hope that makes sense. So I'll show you that at the end of this, and I'm just going to move these out of the way of all the things we can use these for. I will show you at the end of the video. Okay, the next one, again, very simple, but works. It's very nice to use up and do these, so you can make your own tags. So these are made with a die cut. I just die cut these out here. But if you don't have a die cut, you most certainly can still make your own tags. And sometimes that's nice to have a larger tag to write on. So I'm going to just cut this down. I think I'll use this one. So this is, as you can see, from one bag. So you can get quite a few things. I think it'll make it a 3-inch tag. So all I'm going to do is cut it just like that. I'm going to use my corner rounder and round the corners at the bottom. Actually, I think I might round all. No, I'm not going to round all the corners. I'm going to cut, just cut like you would a tag in your journal. So cut the corner, turn it over, match it up, and cut the other corner. You got yourself a nice large tag. And all depending on what bag you've cut up, you may have a perfect image in the middle, right? And then I am just going to put a hole in this. And then you can put your twine in. Just like that. Put your twine that you maybe, I'll just put this in. So we have one of those. So you just put your twine in. It's a little long, but it depends. You may want it long. Then you can just tie it on, put your little message on, and bibbidi bobbidi boo. So there's tags, and those are great to make with the, when you cut it apart and you have the sides or little pieces. That's a great way to use up the little pieces of it. Okay, then the other one I wanted to show you, well, there's more than one more, but let's see. Let's set these aside. all of these ones here. I don't think it was with these ones. Okay, the next thing, of course, is using these again and making little notebooks out of them. I put a little charm of an angel on this one, and I just made a notepad out of this. So then you have a sweet little notepad for Christmas. You could carry it in your purse when you're doing your shopping, have your list of everything, or just have it on your counter during Christmas time to write whatever notes you want to write. So that's another great thing you can do. And again, this is a great one for those odd pieces that you're not quite sure what you could do with them. You can make a bunch of these. So a notepad is my, and then I just used the strings, and that's how I tied it together, is with one of those strings from the bags. Okay, now this one I thought was kind of neat, is this one here. You can use craft bags, whatever, and I just cut this into a square, and I'm going to make an envelope out of this, and I'm going to just use my envelope maker to do that with. So I believe I made this a 9.5, because I wanted to, a 9.5 will give me a 5 by 7, I believe. Yep. So we need to score it at 4. So I'm just going to score this. At 4. And it's the only, with an envelope punch, it's the only measurement that you have to worry about. Is your first one. Then you just take it, turn it, line it up with your line to make your next one. Oh, I forgot to end punch it. I forgot to do that with that one, but that's okay. I will punch it at the end. Go. And then we do the same thing again. Line it up with your line, and as you can see, my envelope punch is sitting sideways, but I am left-handed, and straight on does not work for us. I have to always move. Like if I'm writing, I cannot write like this. I must turn my paper. Oh, did I forget to punch? Maybe I did. Punch again. There we go. Oh. Kind of got caught there for a minute. Okay, and this will be our last one. And we'll do a punch. And then I will just line this up and punch the hole here that I had forgotten to punch before. Oh, it's not lining up as well. Okay. I'm going to re-score that. For some reason, I'm not quite lining up, but okay. A little bit off on that side. So then I'm going to just fold it up. Perhaps I did not cut it even enough. That could be because I was being a little bit quick with it. So there we go. So then you just make yourself a little envelope. And then just like that. It's so cute. I just need to fold that a little bit better. It's a little crooked. So there we go. Our envelope. I'll just quickly put that together. I'm going to just cut off a bit of this because I don't like the point. And we want it to sit this way, so our trees are like this and not like this. Yeah. So I'm going to just cut a bit of this off so we have a more square. That might be a little too far. We'll go here. There we go. And then I'm just going to put some glue along here and here. And then with our other piece, I am simply going to fold it in half. And what I like about this is you can make your cards and envelopes can match. And it's quick and it's fun. And this recipient will really think it's cute. And then all I'm going to do is fold this piece. How do we want to do this? I'm going to have it. But anyway, fold this piece and you have yourself a card. Oh, I better trim that a little bit. It wasn't quite square. So I'm going to just trim this up a little bit. There we go. So they're matching, and I thought this was a nice way because you can use those craft Christmas bags also. And it just fit right in here. And you have yourself, oh, I have it a little bit long because I'm rushing. So I'm going to just make this 4.5. But you can make any size of envelope, of course, or card that you wish. Fits right in there. And there you go. Isn't that cute? And of course you could put a label on it. These are you could post these in the mail quite easily. And yeah, so make some envelopes, and matching cards is the other thing you can do with your bags. Okay, now the next thing I wanted to show you, since I'm going to just move this out of the way since we've done the envelope. Another thing you can do is take that, where did I put it? Packing tape. And all you need to do, like this, these are from the sides. And I thought these would make great bookmarks. So to protect them, let's see, is that one a little bit wide? That one's a little bit wide. That one's a little bit wide. So I'm just going to cut these down just a bit so that the packing tape fits them perfectly. So this one I'm going to cut down to, I think this is 2 inches wide. So let's try 1 inch and 7/8. Cut it down to and see if that works. I'll do the same with this. Now the other thing with these projects, they do not have to be Christmas bags now, do they? To me, oh, that one was already that, but it's too big. This could be any gift bag that you have that, you know, part of it is not good to use anymore and you can't re-gift with it. That one works. That one I'm going to take a little bit more off. So this one ended up being, let's go this way. We're going to go to 3/4. This little Having a little problem with this guillotine. The end always sometimes catches, especially if it's just a thin bit you're taking off. Okay, so you got some bookmarks here. So all you need to do, help protect them, add strength, is you just need to use your packing tape. I'm going to just turn that this way so I can see better. Line this up. I don't want to get my head in the camera, so it's making it a little bit harder to line up. If you don't get it perfectly lined up, that's fine. You can cut it down, and then all you gotta do is turn it over and run it on the back part. Oop. Oh. And of course, this is awesome because I'm on camera. It's always good to keep your little bloopers in so people know that it doesn't just happen to them. So from doing this, I think the next one, I'm going to cut it off before I lay it on. So there we go. We're going to just do that. We're good to go. And so I just want to go carefully. So, I mean, this little one's going to stay with me. It's so cute. I don't mind. So then I'm going to just cut it off right there. Leave that for nail. And then you can just trim around anything that is hanging over that you don't want. You just trim around. And you got yourself a cute little bookmark. Just need to trim a little bit more. Go. Place a hole at the top. And then you can put twine, you could put a charm, we could put this, whoop, already did that in there. We'll use it again. Or do we have another one? Here we go. So there we go. Then you have a cute little bookmark. And bookmarks are always awesome to have. Put in a book that you may be giving as a gift. It's the perfect complement to the book. I'm going to just quickly do this other one because I want to add this one to a gift for sure. And she loves red. So this red plaid, she'll love using this. So again, I'm just going to line up my tape. Start at the top. Like I said, it's a little bit harder because I don't want to get my head in the camera. There we go. There we go. And then I'm just going to cut this off. I don't mind wasting some because it is just packing tape and it is, excuse that sound, it is not expensive packing tape. So I don't mind cutting off some of this. All right, and we'll just wrap it around like that. Keep it on my hand. Okay. Use your little scraper. A little bubble that started there, just pull it back. There we go. There we are. So then I'm going to just trim around this like I did the last one. You can see the bubbles a little more on this one because they're of the pattern it is. But I don't mind those little bubbles because sometimes that gives it character, right? I love when there's those tiny but cute little imperfections, because that's the way you know. Lots of times you'll know that that is a handmade item. It isn't made by some kind of a machine. And who doesn't love handmade items? Well, I suppose there is people in the world that don't, but I think handmade items are the most precious thing to get as a gift. All right, and then we're just going to put a hole in this one, and I think I will put a charm on this one, but for now, again, you just, where's a little string? You can use any kind of twine, you can put anything you want. And there you go. You got yourself a beautiful bookmark. Like I said, it's always gorgeous to give, or nice to give a bookmark as a gift, or even putting them, you know, in the book. You could personalize them by writing on the back before you put your tape on it. And yeah, and nice, even if you don't put it in a book, put it in the stocking. Okay, and this one, I think this is my last idea, but this one is really, I thought was really cool. So I had an image like this one is, I cut out both sides, but the image is so beautiful. And then you can get contact paper such as this from the dollar stores, like the Dollar Tree and such, so it's not a lot of money. And then what I'm going to do with this one is I cut out 2 pieces, and I am going to cover this, and we're going to make ourselves a placemat out of this. So isn't that cool? You can make yourself some placemats out of your beautiful bags. So all I'm going to do is get this started. So I'm going to just peel that off like that, and just peel a little bud off. Don't peel a lot at a time. I'm going to do the front of it first, and then have your scraper or your bone folder, something that you can make it even with and take the wrinkles out. Then I'm just going to line this up and make sure it is a bit over the edge so it seals really well. Oh, that one's coming off a little too much there. So I'm going to put that like that. I'm going to get this on here. So just make sure you're like 1/8 of an inch, or again, you can make this larger than you want to overlap, because it can certainly be trimmed up when you're done. Okay, hopefully I didn't put it too far over. I have enough on the other end. I hope so. Okay, so then I just take my scraper here, and I work slowly. There we go. So that I don't get any bubbles. Go down. This one isn't going on quite as smooth as my other one did, but it's still going on just fine. So you just keep going. Maybe if I turn it this way, it'll be easier for me because I'm left-handed. Might be part of my, there we go. Yeah, that's better. So you just keep going. And then just take that completely out of my way because it doesn't seem to, I can lift it up and it isn't going to take the paper up at all. So then I don't have to deal with that. And you just keep going, get it laid down. I'm gonna just lay it down all the way. And I have already done one up, and it wasn't this as hard as this is being, or being with the, so what I suspect is I took the piece a little closer to the end of the roll, so it was more wrinkly because there was more folds in it. But what I would do is just, because I was doing this video trying to be fast, I would lay it out, put it, cut your pieces out, put it under a book, the pieces under your book if you have a lot of wrinkles, like, and let it sit for a while before you attempt to put it on like I'm doing. There. Okay. This piece, I'm going to have to use a different piece because this one is entirely not cooperating, and it's not hard to do. This piece just happens to be a very uncooperative one. This one is probably going to be better, and I will just cut another piece because that one just did not want to cooperate, which is unfortunate when I'm on camera trying to show you. Okay. Oh yeah, I can already tell this one's much better. So just run it along. Yeah, this is going on way smoother. So that was just that particular piece did not want to cooperate. So never get discouraged that it's it may be what you're using is the problem. All right. So we just put this all the way across. This is working much better. This is the way it's supposed to be working. Very, very easy to do. And it's so cute and so usable. And yeah, I was going to say you could do this with your kids, but if they got a piece like this last one, I don't think that they would be very happy, and it would not be the best thing. So that one was just entirely too wrinkled, and I think it was because it was in the inner side of the contact paper roll. So there we go. And then I'm going to cut another piece because I'm not using this. And I will do the back of it. And this one here is one I've done already. So then it's protected, and there's a little bit of glitter on this one that makes it so cute. So you could just put anything you wanted, a plate. You could use them on your table for Christmas dinner, or you want to display a plant, whatever you would like to do. But I think this is a great idea because, oh my gosh, look at that image. And then if anything spills on it, you can just wipe it off. And you could use it more than 1 year, that's for sure. So those are my ideas for how to use up some of these Christmas bags when we have a ton of them. And some of them we, of course, would reuse by regifting. But some will get things on it and you can't use the whole bag. Or you can't use the bag for gift giving because it's happened like that. So we made the placemat. We made this cute envelope with a matching card. We made all these cute tags. And we made some bookmarks. I don't know where my other bookmark went, but we made a bookmark, right? And then, what else did we make? I think that's everything, isn't it? Oh, I just put everything, notebooks. You can make notebooks, you can make envelopes and cards, bookmarks, and tags. And then, of course, you can just simply cut at the image that is, like, I just love those rabbits. This can be beautiful this year. And cut out the image and just frame it. And it works beautifully. And it looks like a picture you probably have bought, right? So that's awesome. And then with the wood pieces, which I haven't done yet, I'm going to pause the camera, get it done up, and I'll show you really quickly. So I will be back. So I got the gingerbread on my canvas, wooden canvas, and I wrapped around the sides because it just worked out perfectly. So I wrapped it like I would a gift, is what I did, and this can be beautiful on the wall for sure. I think what I might do, because this was matte, I'm thinking of putting a bit of Mod Podge on the snow here and just adding some glittery white sparkly to it, so then it will have that extra little something something, and on the chimney too. So there you go. Here are some ideas for those bags, as I have said. So once again, just to recap, we did the wooden, put them on a wooden, like I did a canvas, but you could do those a round circle. You could just use the image, paint the sides, and those circles with the bark around it, I think would be very, very cute to do something like this with. Simply to cut out the image, if you have a beautiful image like this one was, and frame it. And then notebooks, and I put a little charm on this one that you can carry in your purse when you're doing your shopping, and little notes that you may want. Tags, all kinds of different tags. If you do not have a die cut or a punch like these ones are, you can certainly just make your own tag. And I like the idea of your own tag because I could, you know, there's lots of writing room on the back. No need to buy those tags anymore. Bookmarks. Don't know what I did with the other bookmark, but making bookmarks using packaging tape, and it protects it. You can wipe it off, and any reader, book lover in your life would love a little bookmark, especially if you're giving them a book, or stick it in their stocking. Then again, these ones here, the craft paper, I made an envelope, and then the inside is just a card made out of the same, so they're matching. I think that's a cute idea. And then the last one was this beautiful placemat that you have a gorgeous image such as this one, using contact. Where did I put my contact? Oh, but you use contact paper as I showed you, and make yourself a little placemat that you can wipe off, and it should last you more than just this year. You should be able to pack that up and use it year after year. So there you go. I hope that was helpful, and you will get those bags out, check them out, see which ones you can use as regifting and the ones you can't, and just a few ideas of what to do with them. So I want you all to have a lovely day, and most importantly, a crafty day. And we'll see and talk to you soon. Bye for now.